And I probably don't need to say it to this crowd, but there are gay and lesbian people out there who need to hear this. Just because we are making huge progress on the gay and lesbian issue, we dare not leave our transgender brothers and sisters behind. It is still a much more dangerous place for transgender people than for gay or lesbian people. I mean, we're not in a contest here about for whom is it most dangerous, but let's remember that our transgender brothers and sisters are in extraordinary jeopardy. And just as we needed allies in telling our stories, they need us as allies in telling their stories so that the kind of education that needs to precede their full civil rights can be done. We must be their allies in that fight and not leave them behind. One of my favorite places in the whole world is the National Civil Rights Museum in Memphis, Tennessee. It's at the site of the old Lorraine Hotel where Dr. King was assassinated. And it looks exactly like it did when he was staying there, and they've built a museum sort of in behind it. And as you go into the lobby of the Civil Rights Museum, there's an enormous black monolith of granite or marble. And when you get close to it, you see that in an ever upwardly spiraling way, that there is a trail of African Americans. And every single one of them is either holding hands with another or standing on someone's shoulders. And those at the bottom of that trail would never live to see the top of it, but that was okay, because they knew where they were headed. And it was enough to play their part. I'm here to tell you that you have a part to play in this. And you could play more of a part. And I would urge you tonight to think long and hard about what your part in this is going to be. We may never live, those of us in this room, may never live to see the end of discrimination against us, or at least ill feeling against us, even if we can get the laws changed, which I pray God we do. But we can take our place in that ever upwardly spiraling trail of people who are on our way to our full citizenship in this country. We need you. We need you, every single one of you. And here's how we can stay focused and how we can stay positive. We need not be burnt out. We need not be discouraged by setbacks. And here's why. Because we know how it's going to end, don't we? We know how it's going to end. It's going to end with the full inclusion of gay and lesbian, bisexual, and transgender people in the life of this country, in our churches and synagogues and mosques. That's where it's going to end. And when you know where it's going to end, then temporary setbacks, whether they be in courts or in schools or wherever they happen, we can keep them in perspective because we know how it's going to end. Or as I would say, in the end, God wins. And so we can keep our strength up and we can keep at this work. And we need not be beaten down. All we need to do is to take our place in that ever upwardly spiraling trail of pilgrims on the way to justice. I am so honored to receive this award from an organization that I have loved ever since I came to know it, and whom I believe is doing so much to move us along. It is an honor to stand on the same stage as Mary Bonato. It is astounding to know. It is astounding to know the people who are out there working for you and me every day. And so to receive an honor from GLAAD is really so humbling and so meaningful to me. And I also want you to know what an honor it is for me to be a partner with you in this amazing time that we live in, on our way to full and equal rights. Thank you for this honor. Thank you for being here tonight. We are so blessed, aren't we, to live to see this? Some of us in this room could never have dreamt of a night like tonight when we were growing up. We are changing the world. Thank you so much.